word of the day. First one's perspicacity. Most people go through life and they do not pay attention. I've said this before and I want to stick by it because it's so important. You need to pay attention to every single time you spend money because you cannot make money. You're not the Federal Reserve, you're not a government. Governments make money. All of us take money from somebody else or a business or a government. We take money from other things. So the easiest way to learn how to get good at taking money is to pay attention to every time someone takes money from you. So next time you buy a coffee, don't just buy the coffee and drink it and think nothing of it like every brokey. Don't do that. Say, okay, why am I buying this coffee? Okay, I want a coffee. All right. Why am I buying here? Well, this is on my way to work. Is there any competition around? Do I also want breakfast? Do they sell breakfast? No, they don't sell breakfast. They could probably make some more money if they're selling breakfast. Anyway, I walk in, there's a long line. Why is there one member of staff? I'm low on time. I'm about to leave and not buy the coffee. They're about to lose money because it's taking too long. Most of the people in this line are businessmen. Why is there not a cute girl behind the counter? I bet if they paid a cute girl a little bit more, they'd still make a bunch more money because people come in here to talk to her. Think. And then what you'll do is, as you go through life, every time you spend money, is you'll realize the problem is not how to make money. The problem is how much time you have, because there's endless business ideas. There's endless ideas. I walk into a coffee shop, and by the time I've walked out, I already know exactly how to open up next door and outcompete from head to toe. I already have worked out how much is the rent, where are they fucking up, what are they not selling that they should be selling, what are they doing good, what are they doing bad, this chair's too hard, I'll wreck them. And I'll send it, and now my network is so powerful, which is the second point, network, I can send a few messages on WhatsApp and make a bank transfer. And 2 months later, there's a brand new coffee shop.
Industry you pick, if you outwork everybody, if you try to be a little smarter than everybody, if you try to be a better salesperson than everybody, if you try to be better prepared than everybody, you've got your best chance. Because if you don't do it and somebody else does, you know, I have the saying, work like someone's trying to take it all away from you. You know, actually work like someone's spending 24 hours, working 24 hours to take it all away from you. And that's kind of the way I look at it.
A YouTuber, Maverick, shout out to Maverick. I interviewed a YouTuber and he was telling me what he sold in merch Thanksgiving weekend.
The Black Friday.
The Black
weekend.
Friday. And
Who was it?
I'm not gonna say now.
What do you mean? It's live?
What?
The interview you're talking about.
Yeah, but this was off camera. He didn't tell me on camera.
I'll tell you on camera right fucking
He
now,
said
bro.
he sold $1 million worth of merch that weekend, and I almost fell out of my chair.
Want me to blow your mind?
Blow my mind. Blow my fucking mind.
There it is. Woo, woo. Hey, shout out Logan. I fucking love you guys. I sent a text to my brother after Thanksgiving weekend, and as you know, that's Black Friday.
Yep.
Thanksgiving Day, Cyber Monday.
Yep. Oh, okay.
So
busiest day shopping weekend.
Sent a text to my brother. I was like, "Hey Jake, want to hear something crazy?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, 3 days ago, I sold $1 million in merch in one day. In that one day. He's like, "No fucking way, dude. I made $1 million in one day."
You hear how quiet it is right now? Everybody's mind is blown.
I go, "Oh, wait a second." I was like, "Yeah, bro." Like, he's like, "You really made it?" I was like, "No, wait. You know what's even crazier?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I did the same thing the next day." And then I was like, let me stop you there. I did the same thing the day after that. Bro, here I am. Even just this, I'm like getting, kind of just like, my heart's beating fast just thinking about this. Some kid from Ohio who maybe wanted to be an engineer because he was told when he was young to go to college. And here I am. I just made $3 million in 3 days.
Is owned. These are skyscrapers, bro. Billions. Every apartment nowadays is a million. Million. You drive down a street in London, you're driving past trillions of dollars. There's money everywhere. It's all around us. When I was broke, I thought that the world was broke. I thought that there was no money. And then I got rich and realized that I was completely and utterly wrong. There's so much money. It's everywhere. If I go to try and buy a plane or a jet, they're always sold out. My yacht is a fucking 6-year waiting list. I want a Bugatti, they launch it, the email comes to my email address, 2 minutes later, gone. Like, there's so much money. If I want a diamond watch, or a $1 million watch, or $1 million Rolex, you can't get this stuff. There is so much money out there. Once you get to a certain echelon, you realize there's money fucking everywhere. So there's plenty of money in the world. People with no money are just not very good at taking it.
We have 4 boards up here. We don't have that much time today. because I love to talk, by the way, I talk all day. So on one side, you have the inner world, which represents all the things that happen up here, between your ears, before you ever go out into the world and take action. It's your mindset for success. And on the other side, you have what's called the outer world, which are the real world strategies that you employ, that you utilize to actually get what you want. You set yourself up here and execute here. One without the other, it is really hard to achieve at any reasonable level. The good news is that there are really quantifiable and easy to learn, I call them pillars or distinctions for each of these worlds. There are 4 on the inner world. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go through them very quickly here just to give you highlights on this stuff. The first one I mentioned is called state management. The ability to manage your emotional state, your physiological emotional state, to show up in the moment feeling positive, certain, confident, clear. Certainty, confidence, clarity, courage. The 4 C's for selling. Disempowered states, uncertainty, overwhelm, fear. If you could be the greatest salesperson in the world, but if you knock on someone's door or you pick up that phone and you are in that moment a state of uncertainty and overwhelm, good luck trying to close the fucking sale.
Small business owner, or for that matter, a large business owner, has never stopped thinking about how to delight your customer. Not to satisfy your customer, but to delight your customer. And when you wake up in the morning, start thinking about it. During the day, think about it. At night, think about it, and then dream about it. And no company ever failed that had millions of delighted customers. And you start with them and you get them one at a time.
Point of the business. And when you go out into the world and you start telling people about your amazing business idea and how successful you think you're going to be and that you're going to be able to change the world in some type of way or solve a problem in a new way, you're going to get tons of positive feedback from your friends maybe, but also a ton of resistance. Whenever one of my friends starts a company, they ask me for one piece of advice, I always say the same thing. I say there's going to become a day in your company where things are just awful, where it's so unbelievably painful. I've never seen it not happen. So I can say it with such a high degree of conviction that it is going to happen to you. So let's not argue about, how we stop it happening, because it'll find you at some point. Let's start thinking now about what it takes to overcome that day. It requires a ton of resilience. It requires a ton of self-belief. It requires a certain temperament where someone defaults to logic and reason and not emotion, because when emotion arrives on that day, then your decision-making will go down.
There's no substitute for hard work. The best time you're ever going to have is when it starts out just you, and it'd be great if it grows into a wonderful, big, profitable company. But you're never going to be happier and more satisfied than you are in the first year or so of getting your business going, because you do every single thing. You sweep up when everybody goes home, you're the first one in, you plug in the coffee pot so when your people come in, they have hot coffee and can get straight to work. Work through lunch, set an example for them, but there's no substitute for hard work. People say luck, yes, but the harder you work, the luckier you get.